The Canadian Citizenship Test. The test is designed to assess applicants' knowledge of Canada, including its history, geography, government, laws, and rights and responsibilities of citizens. It typically includes questions about Canadian symbols, political institutions, the justice system, Indigenous peoples, and Canadian culture. Passing the citizenship test is one of the requirements for becoming a Canadian citizen. Discover Canada through the eyes of common questions, answers, and explanations. Question 1. What are the three main types of government in Canada? A. Federal, municipal, provincial, territorial. B. Provincial, territorial, municipal, federal. C. Federal, provincial, territorial, municipal. Upper House, Lower House, Senate branches. The correct answer is C. Federal, provincial, territorial, municipal. These provinces and territories collectively make up the Canadian Federation, each with its own government. Question 2. Who is the current Prime Minister of Canada? A. Justin Trudeau, Andrew Scheer, Elizabeth May, Jagmeet Singh. The correct answer is A. Justin Trudeau. A Prime Minister stays in office until they resign, die, or are dismissed by the Governor-General. 2 Prime Ministers have died in office, Macdonald and Sir John Thompson. Question 3. What is the capital city of Canada? A. Toronto. Vancouver, Ottawa. Montreal. The correct answer is C. Ottawa. Queen Victoria chose Ottawa as Canada's capital in 1857, as it was a defensible location situated on the border between Quebec and Ontario, the two provinces making up the country at the time. Question 4. What is the significance of July 1st in Canada? A. Labor Day, Canada Day. Correct answer C. Victoria Day, Thanksgiving Day. The correct answer is B. Canada Day. Canada Day is the national holiday of Canada. It falls on July 1st. On that day in 1867, Canada became a country. Question 5. What is the national symbol of Canada? A. Beaver. B. Maple leaf, polar beard, moose. The correct answer is B. Maple leaf. Since 1965, the maple leaf has been the centerpiece of the national flag of Canada, and the maple tree bears the leaves that have become the most prominent Canadian symbol, nationally and internationally. Maple leaf pins and badges are proudly worn by Canadians abroad and are recognized around the world. Question 6. Which province is known as the Land of the Midnight Sun? A. British Columbia, Yukon, Alberta, Newfoundland and Labrador. The correct answer is B. Yukon. The expression Land of the Midnight Sun has often been used to refer to Canada's Arctic region, and more loosely to the Yukon and the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. Question 7. Who are the Indigenous peoples of Canada? A. First Nations, Inuit and Metis. British settlers, French settlers, Dutch settlers. The correct answer is A. First Nations, Inuit and Metis. The Canadian Constitution recognizes three groups of Indigenous peoples: Indians, more commonly referred to as First Nations, Inuit and Metis. These are three distinct peoples with unique histories, languages, cultural practices, and spiritual beliefs. Question 8. What are the official languages of Canada? English and German. B. English and French, French and Spanish, English and Mandarin. The correct answer is B. English and French. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Lester B. Pearson and his successor Pierre Elliott Trudeau, the Canadian government implemented a policy of federal bilingualism to ensure fairer treatment for francophones across the country. The Official Languages Act was adopted in 1969. Question 9. What is the highest court in Canada? A. Federal Court of Canada. Provincial Supreme Court, Supreme Court of Canada, Court of Appeals. The correct answer is C. Supreme Court of Canada. The Supreme Court of Canada is the court of last resort, or the highest court, in Canada. As the final General Court of Appeal, it is the last judicial resort of all litigants. Question 10. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, legislative, judicial branches. B. Federal, provincial, municipal branches, Prime Minister, Premier, Mayor branches, Upper House, Lower House, Senate branches. The correct answer is A. Executive, legislative, judicial branches. Canada's system of government has three branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Question 11. What is the national winter sport of Canada? A. Hockey. B. Skiing. C. Curling. D. Figure skating. The correct answer is A. Hockey. In 1994, First Nations groups objected to a government bill that proposed establishing ice hockey as Canada's national sport, arguing that it neglected recognition of the game of lacrosse. A uniquely Indigenous contribution, the game commonly known as lacrosse was declared to be the national summer sport of Canada. Question 12. Which province in Canada is known for its abundant maple syrup production? A. Quebec B. Ontario, British Columbia. Alberta. The correct answer is A. Quebec. The province of Quebec is by far the largest producer, representing 96.4% of Canadian product exports. Question 13. Who is the head of State of Canada? Governor-General, Prime Minister, Monarch, President. The correct answer is C. Monarch. The Prime Minister is the head of government, and the monarch, currently His Majesty King Charles III, is the head of state. Question 14. In which year did Canada officially become a country? A. 1776 B. 1867 C. 1914 D. 1952. The correct answer is B. 1867. A federation of colonies in British North America, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Quebec, and Ontario, joined together to become the Dominion of Canada on July 1, 1867. Question 15. What is the longest river in Canada? A. St. Lawrence River B. Fraser River, Mackenzie River, Saskatchewan River. The correct answer is C. Mackenzie River. The Mackenzie River is the longest stream in Canada if measured from its mouth on the Beaufort Sea to the headwaters of the Finlay River. Question 16. Which Canadian city hosted the 2010 Winter Olympics? A. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary. The correct answer is C. Vancouver. In February and March of 2010. Vancouver took its place on the world stage by hosting the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. Question 17. What is the name of the national anthem of Canada? A. O Canada, God Save the Queen, Maple Leaf Forever. The Maple Leaf Rag. The correct answer is A. O Canada was proclaimed Canada's national anthem in 1980, a century after it was first sung in 1880. The music was composed by Calixa Lavallee. Question 18. What is the legal drinking age in Canada? A. 18B, 19C, 21D, 20. The correct answer is B. 19. The legal drinking age is 19 years and older in every province and territory, except Quebec, Manitoba, and Alberta, where it is 18 years and older. Question 19. Who has the power to appoint senators in Canada? A. Prime Minister, Governor-General, Queen of Canada, Premier. The correct answer is B. Governor-General. Under the Canadian Constitution, the Governor-General appoints individuals to the Senate. Question 20. Which Canadian province is the largest by land area? A. Ontario, Quebec, Alberta. Nunavut. The correct answer is B. Quebec. Quebec is Canada's largest province. It's known for its distinct geography, history, and culture. Question 21. What is the name of the tallest mountain in Canada? A. Mount Logan B. Mount McKinley, Mount Robson, Mount St. Elias. The correct answer is A. Mount Logan. Mount Logan is the highest mountain in Canada and the second highest peak in North America after Denali. Question 22. What does the red color in the Canadian flag represent? A. British heritage. B. The bloodshed in war. French heritage. The country's natural resources. The correct answer is B. The bloodshed in wars. The maple leaf had been a national symbol since at least 1868, and its red color has been described as a symbol of Canadian sacrifice during World War I. Question 23. Which Canadian province is known for its vibrant music scene and the annual festival Stampede, a British Columbia? Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. The correct answer is B. Alberta. The Calgary Stampede is an iconic event held annually in Calgary, Alberta. It is one of the largest outdoor events of its kind in the world, with an attendance of over 1 million people each year. Question 24. What is the name of the highest civilian honor in Canada? Order of Canada, Medal of Valor, Victoria Cross, Canadian Cross of Sacrifice. The correct answer is C. Victoria Cross, the Cross of Valor. French, Croix de la Vaillance, is a decoration that is within the Canadian system of honors, the second highest award, surpassed only by the Victoria Cross, the highest honor available for Canadian civilians, and the highest of the 3 Canadian Bravery decorations. Question 25. What is the name of the political party that typically advocates for Quebec's independence from Canada? Liberal Party B. New Democratic Party, Bloc Québécois. Conservative Party. The correct answer is C. Bloc Québécois. The Bloc has strong informal ties to the Parti Québécois, PQ, whose members are known as Péquistes, a provincial party that advocates for the secession of Quebec from Canada and its independence. But the two are not linked organizationally. Question 26. Which Canadian city is known for its annual film festival? A. Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. Ottawa. The correct answer is B. Toronto is famous for hosting the annual Toronto International Film Festival. Question 27. What is the national animal of Canada? A. Beaver. B. Moosek, polar beard. Caribou. The correct answer is A. Beaver. The beaver is Canada's national animal and one of the most iconic symbols of the country worldwide. Question 28. What is the name of the Canadian territory that was established in 1999? A. Northwest Territories. B. Yukon, Nunavut, Manitoba. The correct answer is C. Nunavut. April 1, 1999, a new Northwest Territories was created when new boundaries were drawn in Canada's North. Two new territories, a new NWT and Nunavut, which means our land in Inuktitut, were created. Question 29. Which Canadian province is known for its production of oil and natural gas? A. British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. The correct answer is B. Alberta. Alberta is Canada's largest oil-producing province, providing 79.2% of Canadian oil production in 2015. Question 30. Who is responsible for making laws in Canada? Senateb, House of Commons, Supreme Court, Governor General. The correct answer is B. House of Commons Parliament is Canada's legislature, the federal institution with the power to make laws, to raise taxes, and to authorize government spending. The Parliament of Canada is bicameral, meaning it has two chambers, the Senate and the House of Commons. Question 31. Which of the following is not a Canadian holiday? Canada Day. B. Thanksgiving Day. Independence Day. Correct answer, Victoria Day. The correct answer is C. Independence Day. The difference is that Canada's independence from Britain, unlike that of the United States, or that of many Latin American countries from Spain, did not come as the result of a war or violent uprising. Question 32. What is the name of the government program that provides financial assistance to eligible Canadian citizens? A. Canada Health Act. B. Canada Pension Plan, Canada Student Loans Program, Canada Emergency Response Benefit. The correct answer is D. Canada Emergency Response Benefit. The Canada Emergency Response Benefit, CERB, provided financial support to employed and self-employed Canadians who were directly affected by COVID-19. Question 33. What is the name of the national park located in Alberta that is famous for its stunning Rocky Mountain scenery? A. Banff National Park. B. Jasper National Parks, Yoho National Park, Waterton Lakes National Park. The correct answer is A. Banff National Park. Banff National Park is located in the Rocky Mountains on Alberta's western border with British Columbia in the Alberta Mountain Forests ecoregion. Question 34. Which Canadian province is known for its beautiful coastline along the Atlantic Ocean? A. Nova Scotia, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. The correct answer is A. Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia typifies Atlantic Canada, with a dramatic 7,459-kilometer-long coastline, notched with innumerable coves and bays holding scores of picturesque fishing villages. Question 35. What is the name of the Canadian region that experiences long, harsh winters and is home to permafrost? A. Prairie Region. B. Arctic Region. C. Maritime Region, Coastal Region. The correct answer is B. Arctic Region. About 50% of Canada is underlain by permafrost, mainly in the Arctic archipelago Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. Question 36. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its beautiful coastline along the Pacific Ocean and its mild climate? A. British Columbia, Newfoundland and Labrador, Ontario, Quebec. The correct answer is A. British Columbia, BC. Flanked by Alaska to the north and Washington to the south, is Canada's only province to have Pacific Ocean coastline and coastal temperate rainforest. Question 37. Which Canadian city is famous for its multiculturalism and is often referred to as the City of Neighborhoods? A. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa. The correct answer is B. Toronto, whatever you call it. Toronto, Hogtown, the Big Smoke, Tow, or the Six Ix. Toronto is a city of neighborhoods. Question 38. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its vast forests, rugged coastline, and the Bay of Fundy? Prince Edward Island. B. New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. The correct answer is B. New Brunswick. This underrated province in eastern Canada begs to be explored. The Bay of Fundy for whale watching, celebrated wineries, an old town UNESCO World Heritage Site, and an iconic lighthouse on the Atlantic Ocean that conjures up images of a seafaring past. Question 39. Who is the official representative of the Canadian monarch in each province? A. Lieutenant Governor. B. Premier, Mayor, Speaker of the House. The correct answer is A. Lieutenant Governor. The Queen is represented in Canada on a day-to-day basis by a Governor-General at the federal level and by a Lieutenant Governor in each of the 10 provinces. Question 40. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its vast wilderness and the midnight sun phenomenon? A. Northwest Territories, Yukon, Nunavut. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Northwest Territories. The Northwest Territories is the land of the midnight sun, where summer daylight is everlasting. Question 41. Which Canadian province is known for its vibrant cultural scene, including the famous Stratford Festival? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Alberta. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is A. Ontario. The Stratford Festival is a theatre festival which runs from April to October in the city of Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Question 42. What is the name of the Canadian territory that has the largest Inuit population? A. Yukon. B. Nunavut. C. Northwest Territories. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Nunavut. Inuit make up almost 85% of Nunavut's population. Nunavut means our land in Inuktitut, the Inuit language. Question 43. Which Canadian province is known for its picturesque landscapes, including the Cabot Trail? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Manitoba. D. Saskatchewan. The correct answer is A. Nova Scotia. The Cabot Trail is a scenic highway on Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia, Canada. It is a 298 km loop around the northern tip of the island, passing along and through the Cape Breton Highlands and the Cape Breton Highlands National Park. Question 44. What is the name of the national holiday in Canada that honors those who served and died in the military? A. Canada Day. B. Remembrance Day. C. Victoria Day. D. Labor Day. The correct answer is B. Remembrance Day. Remembrance Day is a yearly memorial day that is observed in many Commonwealth countries, including Canada, to remember those who died in military service and honor those who served in wartime. Question 45. Which Canadian city is famous for its vibrant music scene and is home to the annual Calgary Stampede? A. Vancouver. B. Calgary. C. Montreal. D. Edmonton. The correct answer is B. Calgary. The Calgary Stampede is an annual 10-day rodeo exhibition and festival held every July in Calgary, Alberta. Question 46. What is the name of the Canadian province that is home to the largest French-speaking population outside of Quebec? A. Ontario. B. Manitoba. C. New Brunswick. D. Nova Scotia. The correct answer is C. New Brunswick, outside of Quebec. New Brunswick has the largest population of French-speaking people in Canada. Question 47. Which Canadian province is known for its stunning landscapes, including the Bay of Fundy and Cape Breton Island? A. Newfoundland and Labrador. Nova Scotia. New Brunswick. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is often considered the most beautiful province in Canada, with picturesque fishing villages, stunning coastal sea cliffs, and rolling green hills. Question 48. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is located entirely north of the Arctic Circle? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. Manitoba. The correct answer is C. Nunavut. Nunavut is the largest and northernmost territory of Canada. Question 49. Which Canadian province is known for its vast prairies and is often referred to as the breadbasket of Canada? A. Alberta. B. Saskatchewan. C. Manitoba. D. Ontario. The correct answer is B. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is often referred to as the breadbasket of Canada because of all the grains produced in this prairie province. Question 50. What is the name of the highest mountain peak in Canada's Rocky Mountains? A. Mount Logan. B. Mount Robson. C. Mount McKinley. D. Mount St. Elias. The correct answer is B. Mount Robson. Rising above Kinney Lake and overlooking Yellowhead Pass to the east, Mount Robson is the highest peak, 12,972 feet, 3,954 meters, in the Canadian Rockies. Question 51. Which Canadian city is famous for its picturesque waterfront, historic architecture, and Citadel Hill? A. Halifax. B. Victoria. C. Quebec City. D. St. John's. The correct answer is A. Halifax. Halifax is the capital and largest municipality of the Canadian province of Nova Scotia, and the largest municipality in Atlantic Canada. Question 52. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its stunning fjords, coastal rainforests, and vibrant art scene? A. British Columbia. B. Nova Scotia. C. Newfoundland and Labrador. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. British Columbia. It is known for its stunning natural beauty, picturesque landscapes, and diverse wildlife. Question 53. Who has the power to dissolve Parliament and call for federal elections in Canada? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor General. C. Speaker of the House. D. Leader of the Opposition. The correct answer is B. Governor General. The power to dissolve Parliament is a royal prerogative exercised by the Governor General. The Governor General retains certain constitutional discretion whether to accept the advice of the Prime Minister to dissolve Parliament. Question 54. Which Canadian province is known for its vast stretches of boreal forest, pristine lakes, and outdoor recreational opportunities? A. Manitoba. B. Saskatchewan. C. Ontario. D. Alberta. The correct answer is C. Ontario. Ontario's boreal forest is the largest forest region in Ontario and Canada, with an area of 50 million hectares. The boreal forest contains 2/3 of Ontario's forest. Question 55. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its stunning Arctic landscapes, polar bears, and midnight sun? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is C. Nunavut, the land of the midnight sun, Great Canadian Trails. Question 56. What is the name of the national park in Alberta that is known for its deep canyons, hoodoos, and natural bridges? Waterton Lakes National Park, Banff National Park, Jasper National Park, Yoho National Park. The correct answer is C. Jasper National Park. The park is known for its wildlife, mountains, alpine meadows, and other geological features. Question 57. Which Canadian province is known for its vibrant Acadian culture, stunning coastline, and delicious seafood? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Prince Edward Island. D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The correct answer is B. New Brunswick. It is also known for its vibrant arts and culture scene, and several events showcasing the province's heritage and culture. Question 58. What is the name of the Canadian region that is characterized by flat terrain, fertile soil, and is known for its agriculture? A. Prairie region. B. Arctic region. C. Maritime region. D. Coastal region. The correct answer is A. Prairie region. Most of Canada's crop farming takes place in the prairie provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Question 59. Which Canadian city is renowned for its annual Calgary Stampede, often called the greatest outdoor show on earth? A. Calgary. B. Vancouver. C. Toronto. D. Montreal. The correct answer is A. Calgary. The annual Calgary Stampede is a 10-day Western-style extravaganza held every July in Calgary, Alberta. Question 60. What is the name of the Canadian province that is home to the world's largest intact temperate rainforest? A. British Columbia. B. Alberta. C. Saskatchewan. D. Manitoba. The correct answer is A. British Columbia. The Great Bear Rainforest is a temperate rainforest on the Pacific coast of British Columbia, comprising 6.4 million hectares. Question 61. What is the name of the political party in Canada that typically advocates for environmental conservation and sustainability? A. Conservative Party. B. New Democratic Party. C. Green Party. D. Liberal Party. The correct answer is C. Green Party. The Green Party of Canada, French, Parti Vert du Canada, is a federal political party in Canada, founded in 1983 with a focus on green politics. Question 62. Which Canadian city is known for its multiculturalism, vibrant art scene, and is often called Canada's Festival City? A. Toronto. B. Montreal. C. Vancouver. D. Edmonton. The correct answer is D. Edmonton. Edmonton is a cultural, governmental, and educational center. It hosts a year-round slate of festivals, reflected in the nickname Canada's Festival City. Question 63. What is the name of the Canadian province that is home to the world's highest tides in the Bay of Fundy? A. Newfoundland and Labrador. B. Nova Scotia Sea, New Brunswick. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Nova Scotia. The highest tides in the world can be found in Canada's Bay of Fundy at Burntcoat Head in Nova Scotia. Question 64. Who is the official representative of the Canadian monarch at the federal level? A. Premier. B. Governor-General. C. Lieutenant Governor. D. Prime Minister. The correct answer is B. Governor-General. The Governor-General is the monarch's representative in Canada. They are appointed by the monarch on the advice of the Prime Minister. Question 65. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its stunning landscapes, including the Dempster Highway and Tombstone Territorial Park? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Yukon. Tombstone Territorial Park is a territorial park in the Yukon, one of 3 territories in Canada. It is in central Yukon, near the southern end of the Dempster Highway, stretching from the 50.5 to the 150.0 kilometer marker. Question 66. Which Canadian province is known for its vibrant cultural scene, including the world-famous Shaw Festival? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Alberta. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is A. Ontario. The Shaw Festival is a not-for-profit theatre festival in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, Canada. Question 67. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is located between the Northwest Territories and Manitoba? A. Yukon. B. Nunavut. C. Northwest Territories. D. Saskatchewan. The correct answer is D. Saskatchewan. Question 68. Which Canadian province is known for its vast wilderness, including the boreal forest and the Canadian Shield? A. Manitoba. B. Saskatchewan. C. Ontario. D. Alberta. The correct answer is C. Ontario. The Midwestern Canadian Shield forests that run westwards from northwestern Ontario have boreal forests that give way to taiga in the most northerly parts. Question 69. What is the name of the national holiday in Canada that celebrates the contributions of workers in the labor movement? A. Canada Day. B. Labor Day. C. Victoria Day. D. Thanksgiving Day. The correct answer is B. Labor Day. Labor Day, French Fête du Travail, has been marked as a statutory public holiday in Canada on the first Monday in September since 1894. Question 70. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its picturesque landscapes, including the Badlands and Dinosaur Provincial Park? A. Saskatchewan. B. Alberta. C. Manitoba. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is B. Alberta. In addition to its particularly beautiful scenery, Dinosaur Provincial Park, located at the heart of the province of Alberta's Badlands, contains some of the most important fossil discoveries ever made from the age of reptiles, in particular about 35 species of dinosaur, dating back some 75 million years. Question 71. Who is the official representative of the Canadian monarch in each territory? A. Premier. B. Governor-General. C. Commissioner. D. Lieutenant Governor. The correct answer is C. Commissioner in Canada's provinces. The monarch in right of each is represented by a Lieutenant Governor. As territories fall under the federal jurisdiction, they each have a commissioner rather than a Lieutenant Governor, who represents the federal crown in council directly. Question 72. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its stunning fjords, glaciers, and the Klondike Gold Rush? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. Prince Edward Island. This is the correct answer. A. Yukon prospectors began poking around the Yukon in the 1870s, but it wasn't until 1896 that 3 miners dipped their pans into a creek near the confluence of the Yukon and Klondike rivers. Question 73. Which Canadian province is known for its vibrant cultural scene, including the renowned Winnipeg Folk Festival? A. Manitoba. B. Saskatchewan. C. Alberta. D. Ontario. The correct answer is A. Manitoba festivals abound in Manitoba's capital with a year-round slate of activity, including Festival du Voyageur, Folklorama, and the Winnipeg Folk Festival. Question 74. What is the name of the national holiday in Canada that honors the sacrifices of Canadian military personnel in armed conflicts? A. Canada Day. B. Remembrance Day. C. Victoria Day. D. Labor Day. The correct answer is B. Remembrance Day. Each year, November 11th is set aside in Canada as Remembrance Day so we can recognize the sacrifices of those who have served in our country's military during times of both conflict and peace. including the more than 118,000 Canadians who have given their lives in the course of that service from the First World War. Question 75. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic Old Quebec, a UNESCO World Heritage Site? A. Montreal. B. Toronto. C. Quebec City. D. Ottawa. The correct answer is C. Quebec City, founded in the 17th century. Quebec City bears eloquent testimony to important stages in the European settlement of the Americas. It was the capital of New France and, after 1760, of the new British colony. Question 76. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its stunning coastal scenery, including the Cabot Trail and Cape Breton Highlands National Park? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Newfoundland and Labrador. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Nova Scotia. The road winds its way through the rolling hills of Cape Breton Island, taking you through the dramatic scenery of Cape Breton Highlands National Park. Question 77. Who has the power to appoint senators in Canada? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor General. C. Premier. D. Speaker of the House. The correct answer is B. Governor General under the Canadian Constitution. The Governor General appoints individuals to the Senate by convention. Senators are appointed on the advice of the Prime Minister. Question 78. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its vast wilderness, including the Thalon Wildlife Sanctuary and Nahanni National Park Reserve? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Northwest Territories. The Northwest Territories is synonymous with wild rivers. Listen to the names: the Nahanni, the Thalon, the Mountain. Question 79. Which Canadian province is known for its stunning landscapes, including the Canadian Rockies and Columbia Icefield? A. Alberta. B. Saskatchewan. C. Manitoba. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is A. Alberta. Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada is a must-see destination for any traveler. One of the best ways to explore the park is by driving the breathtaking Icefields Parkway. Question 80. What is the name of the mountain range that stretches from British Columbia to New Mexico and includes some of Canada's highest peaks? A. Rocky Mountains. B. Appalachian Mountains. C. Coast Mountains. D. Laurentian Mountains. The correct answer is A. Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains of North America, or the Rockies, stretch from northern Alberta and British Columbia in Canada southward to New Mexico in the United States, a distance of some 3,000 miles, 4,800 kilometers. Question 81. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its vast prairies, dinosaur fossils, and the Royal Tyrrell Museum? A. Alberta. Saskatchewan. Manitoba. Ontario. The correct answer is A. Alberta. The Canadian province of Alberta is home to the richest source of dinosaur fossils on the planet, along with numerous world-leading museums, research facilities, and attractions all related to these mesmerizing prehistoric creatures. Question 82. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic citadel, colorful waterfront, and annual Buskers Festival? A. Halifax. B. Victoria. C. Quebec City. D. St. John's. The correct answer is A. Halifax. Halifax is worth visiting for its rich history, stunning coastal views, vibrant culture, friendly locals, and delicious seafood. Question 83. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its stunning coastline, the Bay of Fundy, and the Reversing Falls? A. Newfoundland and Labrador. B. Nova Scotia. C. New Brunswick. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is C. New Brunswick. The Reversing Falls are a series of rapids on the St. John River located in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada, where the river runs through a narrow gorge before emptying into the Bay of Fundy. Question 84. Who has the power to prorogue Parliament in Canada? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor General. C. Speaker of the House. D. Chief Justice. The correct answer is B. Governor General it is. According to the Constitution of Canada, the Canadian monarch's royal prerogative to prorogue the legislatures, though this is usually done for the federal parliament by the sovereign's federal representative, the Governor General of Canada. Question 85. Which Canadian city is famous for its vibrant cultural scene, historic architecture, and annual Festival International de Jazz de Montreal? A. Vancouver, B. Montreal, C. Toronto, D. Ottawa. The correct answer is B. Montreal. Montreal is renowned for its festivals, including the Montreal International Jazz Festival, Just for Laughs Comedy Festival, and Montreal World Film Festival. Question 86. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its stunning Arctic landscapes, wildlife, and traditional Inuit culture? A. Yukon, B. Northwest Territories, C. Nunavut, D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is C. Nunavut. Nunavut, vast territory of northern Canada that stretches across most of the Canadian Arctic. Question 87. Which Canadian province is known for its vast forests, pristine lakes, and outdoor recreational opportunities, including the Quetico Provincial Park? A. Manitoba, B. Saskatchewan, C. Ontario, D. Alberta. The correct answer is C. Ontario. Quetico Provincial Park is a large wilderness park in northwestern Ontario, Canada, known for its excellent canoeing and fishing. Question 88. What is the name of the national holiday in Canada that commemorates the birthday of Queen Victoria? A. Canada Day, B. Remembrance Day, C. Victoria Day, D. Labor Day. The correct answer is C. Victoria Day. Victoria Day, French, Fête de la Reine, lit. Celebration of the Queen, is a federal Canadian public holiday observed on the last Monday preceding May 25th to honor Queen Victoria, who is known as the Mother of Confederation. Question 89. Which Canadian city is famous for its vibrant art scene, historic architecture, and the annual Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF? A. Vancouver, B. Montreal, C. Toronto, D. Ottawa. The correct answer is C. Toronto. Toronto has one of the highest count of film festivals in the world. The most well-known is the Toronto International Film Festival. Question 90. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its stunning landscapes, including the Cypress Hills and Dinosaur Provincial Park? A. Saskatchewan, B. Alberta, C. Manitoba, D. British Columbia. The correct answer is B. Alberta. In addition to its particularly beautiful scenery, Dinosaur Provincial Park, located at the heart of the province of Alberta's Badlands, contains some of the most important fossil discoveries ever made from the age of reptiles, in particular about 35 species of dinosaur, dating back some 75 million years. Question 91. Who is the official representative of the Canadian monarch in each territory? A. Premier, B. Governor-General, C. Commissioner, D. Lieutenant Governor. The correct answer is C. Commissioner. In Canada's provinces, the monarch in right of each is represented by a Lieutenant Governor. Question 92. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its stunning fjords, glaciers, and the Klondike Gold Rush? A. Yukon, B. Northwest Territories, C. Nunavut, D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Yukon prospectors began poking around the Yukon in the 1870s, but it wasn't until 1896 that 3 miners dipped their pans into a creek near the confluence of the Yukon and Klondike rivers. Question 93. Which Canadian province is known for its vibrant cultural scene, including the renowned Winnipeg Folk Festival? A. Manitoba, B. Saskatchewan, C. Alberta, D. Ontario. The correct answer is A. Manitoba festivals abound in Manitoba's capital with a year-round slate of activity, including Festival du Voyageur, Folklorama, and the Winnipeg Folk Festival. Question 94. What is the name of the national holiday in Canada that honors the sacrifices of Canadian military personnel in armed conflicts? A. Canada Day, B. Remembrance Day, C. Victoria Day, D. Labor Day. The correct answer is B. Remembrance Day. Each year, November 11 is set aside in Canada as Remembrance Day, so we can recognize the sacrifices of those who have served in our country's military during times of both conflict and peace, including the more than 118,000 Canadians who have given their lives in the course of that service from the First World War. Question 95. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic Old Quebec, a UNESCO World Heritage Site? A. Montreal. B. Toronto. C. Quebec City. D. Ottawa. The correct answer is C. Quebec City, founded in the 17th century. Quebec City bears eloquent testimony to important stages in the European settlement of the Americas. It was the capital of New France, and after 1760, of the new British colony. Question 96. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its stunning coastal scenery, including the Cabot Trail and Cape Breton Highlands National Park? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Newfoundland and Labrador. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Nova Scotia, one of Nova Scotia's most enchanting places where the mountains meet the sea. Discover 950 square kilometers of rugged wilderness, travel along the world-famous Cabot Trail, and marvel at lush forested river canyons carved into an ancient plateau. Question 97. Who has the power to appoint senators in Canada? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor General. C. Premier. D. Speaker of the House. The correct answer is B. Governor General. Under the Canadian Constitution, the Governor General appoints individuals to the Senate. Question 98. What is the name of the Canadian territory that is known for its vast wilderness, including the Thalon Wildlife Sanctuary and Nahanni National Park Reserve? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Northwest Territories. The Northwest Territories is synonymous with wild rivers. Question 99. Which Canadian province is known for its stunning landscapes, including the Canadian Rockies and Columbia Icefield? A. Alberta. B. Saskatchewan. C. Manitoba. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is A. Alberta. Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada is a must-see destination for any traveler. Question 100. What is the name of the mountain range that stretches from British Columbia to New Mexico and includes some of Canada's highest peaks? A. Rocky Mountains. B. Appalachian Mountains. C. Coast Mountains. D. Laurentian Mountains. The correct answer is A. Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains of North America, or the Rockies, stretch from northern Alberta and British Columbia in Canada southward to New Mexico in the United States, a distance of some 3,000 miles, 800 kilometers. Question 101. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its vast prairies, dinosaur fossils, and the Royal Tyrrell Museum? A. Alberta. B. Saskatchewan. C. Manitoba. D. Ontario. The correct answer is A. Alberta. The Canadian province of Alberta is home to the richest source of dinosaur fossils on the planet. Question 102. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic citadel, colorful waterfront, and annual Buskers Festival? A. Halifax. B. Victoria. C. Quebec City. D. St. John's. The correct answer is A. Halifax. Halifax is worth visiting for its rich history, stunning coastal views, vibrant culture, friendly locals, and delicious seafood. Question 103. What is the name of the Canadian province that is known for its stunning coastline, the Bay of Fundy, and the Reversing Falls? A. Newfoundland and Labrador. B. Nova Scotia. C. New Brunswick. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is C. New Brunswick. The Reversing Falls are a series of rapids on the St. John River located in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada, where the river runs through a narrow gorge before emptying into the Bay of Fundy. Question 104. Who has the power to prorogue Parliament in Canada? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor General. C. Speaker of the House. D. Chief Justice. The correct answer is B. Governor General. It is, according to the Constitution of Canada, the Canadian monarch's royal prerogative to prorogue the legislatures, though this is usually done for the federal parliament by the sovereign's federal representative, the Governor General of Canada. Question 105. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its vibrant cities like Toronto and Ottawa, as well as its beautiful lakes like Lake Ontario and Lake Huron? A. Alberta. B. British Columbia. C. Ontario. D. Quebec. The correct answer is C. Ontario. Ontario is Canada's fourth largest jurisdiction in total area of all the Canadian provinces and territories. Question 106. Which Canadian territory is the largest by land area? A. Nunavut, B. Northwest Territories, C. Yukon, D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Nunavut. Nunavut is the country's largest territory, accounting for 21% of the country's total land area. Question 107. What is the name of the Canadian region known for its stunning coastlines, delicious seafood, and rich Gaelic culture? A. Maritimes, B. Prairies, C. Arctic, D. West Coast. The correct answer is A. Maritimes. The Maritimes region in Canada is known for having picturesque coastal landscapes, friendly locals, excellent seafood, and a blend of cultures. Question 108. Which Canadian city is known for its historic old port, cobblestone streets, and Notre Dame Basilica? A. Toronto, B. Vancouver, C. Montreal, D. Calgary. The correct answer is C. Montreal. One of the absolute must-stops in Old Montreal is the stunning Notre Dame Basilica. Question 109. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its rugged coastline, picturesque fishing villages, and Cabot Trail? A. Newfoundland and Labrador, B. Nova Scotia, C. New Brunswick, D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Nova Scotia. With waterfall trails, long beaches, and dramatic sea cliff views of the Atlantic Ocean, the Cabot Trail is truly one of the most beautiful places in Nova Scotia. Question 110. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Canadian Armed Forces? A. Prime Minister, B. Governor-General, C. Monarch, D. Minister of National Defense. The correct answer is C. Monarch. The Commander-in-Chief of the Canadian Armed Forces exercises supreme command and control over Canada's military, the Canadian Armed Forces. Question 111. What is the name of the Canadian region characterized by vast expanses of tundra, polar bears, and the northern lights? A. Prairies, B. Arctic Sea, Maritimes, D. West Coast. The correct answer is B. Arctic. The Canadian Arctic tundra is a biogeographic designation for northern Canada's terrain, generally lying north of the treeline or boreal forest, that corresponds with the Scandinavian alpine tundra to the east and the Siberian Arctic tundra to the west inside the circumpolar tundra belt of the northern hemisphere. Question 112. Which Canadian city is famous for its stunning natural setting, surrounded by mountains and ocean? A. Montreal, B. Vancouver, C. Toronto, D. Ottawa. The correct answer is B. Vancouver. Vancouver is known for being one of the most beautiful cities in the world, located on a peninsula. Vancouver is surrounded by majestic mountains and sparkling oceans. Question 113. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its picturesque landscapes, including the Rocky Mountains and Badlands? A. Alberta, B. Saskatchewan, C. Manitoba, D. British Columbia. The correct answer is A. Alberta. Known for its Rocky Mountains, Alberta is a culturally diverse province with lively communities. Question 114. Who is the head of government in Canada? A. Governor-General, B. Prime Minister, C. Monarch, D. Chief Justice. The correct answer is B. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, born December 25, 1971, is Canada's 23rd Prime Minister and the proud father of Xavier, Ella Grace, and Hadrian. Question 115. What is the name of the Canadian region known for its vast prairies, wheat fields, and cowboy culture? A. Maritimes, B. Prairies, C. Arctic, D. West Coast. The correct answer is B. Prairies. The vast stretch of land between British Columbia and Ontario comprises an area known as the Canadian Prairies, a 2,000 km valley of plains, forests, and farmland. Question 116. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic citadel, Victorian architecture, and vibrant arts scene? A. Halifax, B. Victoria, C. Quebec City, D. St. John's. The correct answer is A. Halifax. Halifax is a Navy creation. It owes its existence largely to its location on one of the largest and deepest ice-free natural harbors in the world. Question 117. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its diverse landscapes, including boreal forests, lakes, and the Canadian Shield? A. Manitoba, B. Ontario, C. Quebec, D. New Brunswick. The correct answer is B. Ontario. The Canadian Shield is a plateau of Precambrian rock, one of the most ancient formations in the world. Question 118. Who is the Queen of Canada? A. Queen Elizabeth II, B. Queen Victoria, C. Queen Anne, D. Queen Mary. The correct answer is A. Queen Elizabeth II, Her Majesty. Queen Elizabeth II was the first of Canada's sovereigns to be proclaimed separately as Queen of Canada. Question 119. What is the name of the Canadian region known for its diverse cultural heritage, including Acadian, Mi'kmaq, and Gaelic influences? A. Maritimes B. Prairies C. Arctic D. West Coast. The correct answer is A. Maritimes. The Maritimes region in Canada is known for having picturesque coastal landscapes, friendly locals, excellent seafood, and a blend of cultures. Question 120. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic Old Town, vibrant arts scene, and annual Fringe Festival? A. Toronto B. Montreal C. Edmonton D. Vancouver. The correct answer is C. Edmonton, the Edmonton International Fringe. Theatre Festival is an annual arts festival held every August in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Question 121. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its vast boreal forests, freshwater lakes, and the Hudson Bay lowlands at Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick? The correct answer is C. Quebec. Question 122. Who is the official representative of the Canadian monarch at the provincial level? A. Governor-General B. Premier C. Lieutenant Governor D. Prime Minister. The correct answer is C. Lieutenant Governor. Lieutenant Governors are the highest-ranking officers of their province and represent His Majesty the King in their jurisdictions. Question 123. What is the name of the Canadian region known for its breathtaking scenery, including fjords, mountains, and coastal rainforests? A. Maritimes B. Prairies C. West Coast D. Arctic. The correct answer is C. West Coast. Question 124. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic Byward Market, Parliament Hill, and Rideau Canal? A. Toronto B. Montreal C. Ottawa D. Vancouver. The correct answer is C. Ottawa. Right in the heart of Ottawa is one of Canada's oldest and largest public markets, the Byward Market. Question 125. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its stunning coastline, ancient forests, and the famous Butchart Gardens? A. British Columbia B. Newfoundland and Labrador. C. Nova Scotia D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. British Columbia. The Butchart Gardens is a group of floral display gardens in Brentwood Bay, British Columbia, Canada, located near Victoria on Vancouver Island. Question 126. Who is the official representative of the Canadian monarch in each province? A. Governor-General B. Premier C. Lieutenant Governor D. Prime Minister. The correct answer is C. Lieutenant Governor. Given the structure of the Canadian Federation, the sovereign is represented at the federal level by the Governor-General, and in each province by a Lieutenant Governor. Question 127. What is the name of the Canadian region known for its vast wilderness, including forests, lakes, and the Canadian Shield? A. Prairies B. Arctic C. West Coast D. Interior Plains. Correct answer. The correct answer is D. Interior Plains. Question 128. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic Old Quebec, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the Chateau Frontenac? A. Montreal B. Toronto C. Quebec City D. Ottawa. The correct answer is C. Quebec City. Quebec's upper town, Hauteville, is perched on cliffs overlooking the St. Lawrence River and providing views of the countryside for many miles beyond. Question 129. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its stunning landscapes, including the Bay of Fundy, Fundy National Park, and Hopewell Rocks? A. Nova Scotia B. New Brunswick C. Newfoundland and Labrador D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. New Brunswick, spread over New Brunswick and Nova Scotia on North America's Atlantic coast. The Bay of Fundy is the highlight and focal point of Fundy National Park, one of Canada's smallest yet most popular parks. Question 130. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Canadian Armed Forces? A. Prime Minister B. Governor-General C. Monarch D. Minister of National Defense. The correct answer is C. Monarch. The Commander-in-Chief of the Canadian Armed Forces exercises supreme command and control over Canada's military. The Canadian Armed Forces constitutionally Command-in-Chief is vested in the Canadian monarch. Question 131. What is the name of the Canadian region known for its rugged terrain, vast forests, and the Klondike Gold Rush? A. Prairies B. Arctic C. West Coast D. Yukon. The correct answer is D. Yukon. Lying in the northwestern corner of Canada and isolated by rugged mountains, the Yukon borders Alaska to the west, British Columbia to the south, and the Northwest Territories to the east. Question 132. Which Canadian city is famous for its historic citadel, Victorian architecture, and vibrant arts scene? A. Halifax B. Victoria C. Quebec City D. St. John's. The correct answer is A. Halifax. Question 133. What is the name of the Canadian province known for its diverse landscapes, including boreal forests, lakes, and the Canadian Shield? A. Manitoba B. Ontario. C. Quebec. D. New Brunswick. The correct answer is B. Ontario. The Canadian Shield is a plateau of Precambrian rock, one of the most ancient formations in the world. Question 134. When does a federal election have to be held under legislation passed by Parliament? A. When the King wants to replace the Prime Minister. B. Within 4 years of the most recent election. C. Within 5 years of the last election. D. The Prime Minister can call the election any time at his own will. The correct answer is B. Within 4 years of the most recent election in Canada, the federal government and all provinces and territories have enacted legislation setting election dates, usually every 4 years, 1 year sooner than the constitutionally set 5-year maximum life of a parliament. Question 135. Which of the following is the federal government responsible for? A. Highways. B. For natural resources. C. Education. D. Interprovincial trade and communications. The correct answer is D. Interprovincial trade and communications. Question 136. What was the name of the new country formed in Confederation? A. Britain. B. Canada. C. Canadian Confederation. D. Dominion of Canada. The correct answer is D. Dominion of Canada. Fathers of Confederation, traditionally the 36 men who represented British North American colonies at one or more of the conferences. Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, September 1864. Quebec, October 1864. And London, 1866-67, that lead to the creation of the Dominion of Canada on July 1, 1867. Question 137. Where do more than half of the people in Canada live? A. Coastal Pacific. B. Atlantic Canada. C. Prairies. D. Central Canada. The correct answer is D. Central Canada. More than half of the people in Canada live in Central Canada. Central Canada includes the cities and towns near the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River. Question 138. Who led Quebec into Confederation? A. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. B. Sir George Etienne Cartier. C. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The correct answer is B. Sir George Etienne Cartier. The French-Canadian delegates were George Etienne Cartier and Hector Louis Langevin, alongside Irish Catholic Montrealer Thomas D'Arcy McGee and Scottish Protestant Alexander Galt from the Eastern Townships. Question 139. In World War II, in which aspect did Canada contribute more to Allied air effort than any other Commonwealth country? A. Trained 130,000 Allied aircrew. B. Deployed paratroopers in France. C. Provided ammunition. D. Sent 130,000 soldiers to take France back from the Germans. The correct answer is A. Trained 13,000 Allied aircrew. By the end of the war, Canada had the world's 4th largest air force and 3rd largest navy. The Canadian Merchant Navy completed over 25,000 voyages across the Atlantic. 130,000 Allied pilots were trained in Canada in the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan. Question 140. How can a party in power be defeated in Parliament? A. If there is a revolution. B. If the King orders the party to resign. C. If a majority of the MPs vote against a major government decision. D. If a minority of the MPs vote against a major government decision. The correct answer is C. If a majority of the MPs vote against a major government decision. A government defeat is when the government fails to persuade a majority of MPs or members of the House of Lords to support them in a division vote. Question 141. Which of the following are the responsibilities of the provincial governments? A. Education, healthcare, natural resource and policing. B. Nation defense, healthcare, citizenship and firefighting. C. Education, foreign policy, natural resource and policing. D. Nation defense, foreign policy, highways and Aboriginal affairs. The correct answer is A. Education, healthcare, natural resource and policing. Provinces are responsible for social services like education, health and social development, economic functions like agriculture and roads, and provincial governance and administration, which include the legislature, provincial treasury, local government and human settlements. Question 142. What was the Underground Railroad? A. An anti-slavery network that helped thousands of slaves escape the United States and settle in Canada. B. A railroad through the Rockies that was mainly through mountain tunnels. C. A network for traders used to transport beaver pelts to the United States. D. The first underground subway tunnel in Toronto. The correct answer is A. An anti-slavery network that helped thousands of slaves escape the United States and settled in Canada. The Underground Railroad was not underground, and it wasn't an actual train. It was a network of people, both whites and free blacks, who worked together to help runaways from slaveholding states travel to states in the North and to the country of Canada, where slavery was illegal. Question 143. Which region covers more than 1/3 of Canada? A. Northern Territories. B. South Region. C. North Region. D. Southern Territories. The correct answer is A. Northern Territories, Northwest Territories, together cover more than 1/3 of Canada. Question 144. What is the name of the royal anthem of Canada? A. Great Canada. B. O Canada. C. God Save the Queen or King. D. O Canada. The correct answer is C. God Save the Queen or King. The royal anthem, God Save the King, is a traditional song that also acts as the national anthem of the United Kingdom. Question 145. What is the primary role of the police in Canada? A. To resolve disputes and interpret law. B. To keep people safe and to enforce the law. C. To provide national security intelligence to the government. D. To conduct or support land warfare, peacekeeping, or humanitarian missions. The correct answer is B. To keep people safe and to enforce the law. Police are responsible to keep Canadians safe and to enforce the law. This can be broken down into three main areas: crime prevention, investigations, and the emergency response. Question 146. Which province has the most bilingual Canadians? A. British Columbia. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Quebec. In all, 55% of bilingual Canadians are Quebecers, and a high percentage of the bilingual population in the rest of Canada resides in Ontario and New Brunswick. Question 147. Which province is one of the most productive agricultural regions in the world? A. Manitoba. B. Saskatchewan. C. British Columbia. D. Alberta. The correct answer is B. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan, once known as the breadbasket of the world and the wheat province, has 40% of the arable land in Canada and is the country's largest producer of grains and oilseeds. Question 148. In what year did Canada become a country? A. 1867. B. 1687. C. 1786. D. 1678. The correct answer is A. 1867 under the British North America Act 1867. The Queen remained head of state, represented nationally in Canada by the Governor-General and in each province by a Lieutenant Governor. Question 149. What are the two official languages of Canada? A. English. B. French and inactive. C. English and French. D. Mandarin and English. The correct answer is C. English and French. Since the establishment of the Canadian state, English and French have been the co-official languages and are by far the most spoken languages in the country. Question 150. Where is Canada located? A. Central America. B. Europe. C. North America. D. South America. The correct answer is C. North America. Canada has a vast geography that occupies much of the continent of North America, sharing a land border with the contiguous United States to the south and the state of Alaska to the northwest. Question 151. Can you name 5 Great Lakes between Canada and the USA? Lake Toronto, Lake Michigan, Lake Mexico, Lake Ontario, Lake St. Louis. B. Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. C. Lake Michigan, Lake Victoria, Lake Mexico, Lake Ontario, Lake St. Louis. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. The 5 lakes are Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario, and are in general on or near the Canada-United States border. Question 152. How are members of Parliament chosen? A. Elected by senators. B. Elected by the Prime Minister. C. Chosen by the King. D. Elected by Canadian citizens. The correct answer is D. Elected by Canadian citizens. The elected component of the Canadian Parliament is the House of Commons, French Chambre des Communes, with each member chosen by a plurality of voters in each of the country's federal electoral districts, or ridings. Question 153. In what jobs did the Metis first work with European settlers? A. Supplies, traders, guides, and interpreters. B. Taking care of children. C. Building housing. D. Fishing. The correct answer is A. Supplies, traders, guides, and interpreters. The Metis quickly became the intermediaries between European and Indian cultures, working as guides, interpreters, fur traders, and provisioners to the new forts and trading companies. Question 154. What does the National Register of Electors contain? A. Database of landed immigrants. B. Database of Canadian citizens at least 18 years of age who are qualified to vote in federal elections and referendums. C. Database of all Canadian citizens. D. Database of Canadian taxpayers. The correct answer is B. Database of Canadian citizens at least 18 years of age who are qualified to vote in federal elections and referendums. Question 155. What was the main advantage of the NAFTA agreement? A. Free trade among Canada, the USA and Mexico. B. Free trade between Canada and China. C. Free trade between Canada and the UK. D. Free trade between Canada and Japan. The correct answer is A. Free trade among Canada, the USA and Mexico. In short, NAFTA created a large free trade zone, reducing or eliminating tariffs on imports and exports between the three participating countries, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Question 156. Who are the Métis? A. The distinct Aboriginal people of Atlantic Canada. B. A people of mixed Inuit or First Nations ancestry, most of whom live on the prairies. C. First Nations people speaking the Mischief dialect. D. A distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. The correct answer is D. A distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. The Métis are a distinct indigenous people with a unique history, culture, language, and way of life. The Métis Nation is comprised of descendants of people born of relations between First Nations, women, and European men. The offspring of these unions were of mixed ancestry. Question 157. Which act granted for the first time in Canada legislative assemblies elected by the people? A. The Constitutional Act of 1982. B. The Constitutional Act of 1891. C. The Constitutional Act of 1791. D. The Constitutional Act of 1972. The correct answer is C. The Constitutional Act of 1791. The act which granted for the first time in Canada legislative assemblies elected by the people was the Constitutional Act of 1791. Question 158. Who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court of Canada? A. The Governor-General. B. The Prime Minister. C. Other judges. D. The people. The correct answer is A. The Governor-General. The Supreme Court of Canada consists of 9 judges, including the Chief Justice of Canada, who are appointed by the Governor in Council and all of whom must have been either a judge of a superior court or a member of at least 10 years standing of the bar of a province or territory. Question 159. What does the Crown mean for Canadians? A. The Crown is a symbol of government including Parliament, legislatures, courts, police services, and the armed forces. B. The Crown contains symbols of England, France, Scotland, and Ireland, as well as red maple leaves. C. A national motto, Amari usque admir, which in Latin means from sea to sea. D. The Crown reflects the Greco-Roman heritage of Western civilization in which democracy originated. The correct answer is A. The Crown is a symbol of government including Parliament, legislatures, courts, police services, and the armed forces. Question 160. What did the suffrage movement achieve? A. Quebec experienced an era of rapid change. B. The suffrage movement abolished slavery in Canada. C. The suffrage movement led to the introduction of employment insurance. D. Women achieved the right to vote. The correct answer is D. Women achieved the right to vote. Beginning in the mid-19th century, several generations of women suffrage supporters lectured, wrote, marched, lobbied, and practiced civil disobedience to achieve what many Americans considered a radical change in the Constitution, guaranteeing women the right to vote. Question 161. When did settlers from France first establish communities on the St. Lawrence River? A. Late 1600s. B. Early 1700s. C. Late 1700s. D. Early 1600s. The correct answer is D. Early 1600s. The French and Algonquins first encountered one another in 1603 after Samuel de Champlain established France's first permanent North American settlement along the St. Lawrence River. Question 162. Which region is known as the industrial and manufacturing heartland of Canada? A. Atlantic provinces. B. Prairie provinces. C. Central Canada. D. West Coast. The correct answer is C. Central Canada. Central Canada includes the cities and towns near the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River in southern Quebec and Ontario. It is the industrial and manufacturing heartland. Question 163. What types of jobs are provided by service industries? A. Communications and retail services. B. Transportation and education. C. Tourism and government. D. All correct answers are correct. The correct answer is D. All correct answers are correct. Question 164. With which words does the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms begin? A. Canadian citizens have rights and responsibilities. B. O Canada, our home and native land. C. Canada is a free country and home of the braves. D. Whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. The correct answer is D. Whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. The preamble to the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms is the introductory sentence to the Constitution of Canada's Charter of Rights and Constitution Act, 1982. Question 165. Which of the following is not a responsibility of Canadian citizens? A. Learning to speak both official languages. B. Voting in elections. C. Obeying the law. D. Taking responsibility for oneself and one's family. The correct answer is A. Learning to speak both official languages. Question 166. What do Canadians remember on Remembrance Day? A. Canadian victory in World War I. B. Canadian victory in the Battle of Vimy Ridge. C. Canadian victory in World War II. D. Sacrifices made by Canadian veterans and brave soldiers in wars. The correct answer is D. Sacrifices made by Canadian veterans and brave soldiers in wars. Remembrance Day is a yearly memorial day that is observed in many Commonwealth countries, including Canada, to remember those who died in military service and honor those who served in wartime. Question 167. Why was the Canadian Pacific Railway built? A. The railway made it possible for immigrants to settle in central Canada. B. British Columbia joined Canada in 1871 after Ottawa promised to build a railway to the West Coast Sea to provide a spectacular tourist excursion across precipitous passes and bridges. D. So British Columbia could handle trade of goods worth billions of dollars all around the world. The correct answer is B. British Columbia joined Canada in 1871 after Ottawa promised to build a railway to the West Coast. Its original purpose was the construction of a transcontinental railway, a promise to British Columbia upon its entry into Confederation. See Railway History. Question 168. Why is trade with other countries important to Canada? A. Trade with other countries changed the native way of life forever. B. To increase trade and enjoy one of the world's highest standards of living. C. Canada has become a member of the World Trade Organization. D. The French and Aboriginal people collaborated with Canada in the vast fur trade economy. The correct answer is B. To increase trade and enjoy one of the world's highest standards of living. Question 169. Which of the following best describes the role of the King in Canada? A. To make important decisions about how the country is governed. B. To peacefully oppose or try to improve government proposals. C. To run the federal government departments. D. To focus on citizenship and allegiance, be a symbol of Canadian sovereignty and a guardian of constitutional freedoms. The correct answer is D. To focus on citizenship and allegiance, be a symbol of Canadian sovereignty and a guardian of constitutional freedoms. As a constitutional monarch, His Majesty King Charles III doesn't rule the country. However, as Canada's head of state, he remains a fundamental part of Canada's system of government and our sense of identity. Question 170. What does it mean to say Canada is a constitutional monarchy? A. The sovereign queen or king approves bills before becoming law. B. The sovereign queen or king represents Canadians in Parliament. C. Canada's head of state is a hereditary sovereign queen or king who reigns in accordance with the Constitution. D. The sovereign queen or king is the lawmaker of Canada. The correct answer is C. Canada's head of state is a hereditary sovereign queen or king who reigns in accordance with the Constitution. Canada is also a constitutional monarchy, in that its executive authority is vested formally in the Queen through the Constitution. Question 171. What are the provinces of Central Canada? A. Ontario and Quebec. B. Ontario and Alberta. C. Quebec and New Brunswick. D. Alberta and Saskatchewan. The correct answer is A. Ontario and Quebec. Central Canada, French, Centre du Canada, sometimes the Central Provinces, is a Canadian region consisting of Ontario and Quebec, the largest and most populous provinces of the country. Question 172. Where do the majority Métis live in Canada? A. Central Canada. B. The North Sea, Prairie Provinces. D. The Maritimes. The correct answer is C. Prairie Provinces. The Metis primarily live in urban areas, including large cities, metropolitan areas, and smaller urban centers. Winnipeg has the largest Metis population in Canada, with 46,325 residents. Question 173. What country is Canada's largest trading partner? A. China. B. The United States of America. C. The United Kingdom. D. Mexico. The correct answer is B. The United States of America. The United States is Canada's chief trading partner, constituting more than 2/3 of all Canadian trade. Exports account for a larger share of trade than imports. Question 174. Which two fundamental freedoms are protected by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. Freedom of belief and freedom of religion. B. Equal employment rights and opportunities. C. Basic living rights and obey laws. D. Aboriginal people's rights and to volunteer. The correct answer is A. Freedom of belief and freedom of religion. The Charter guarantees everyone the freedom of conscience and religion, thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of the press and other means of communication, peaceful assembly, and association. Question 175. What do the initials MP stand for in Canadian politics? A. Member of Parliament. B. Minister of Parliament. C. Member of the Patriots. D. Master of the Province. The correct answer is A. Member of Parliament. A Member of Parliament, post-nominal letters MP French député, is a term typically used to describe an elected politician in the House of Commons of Canada, the lower chamber of the bicameral Parliament of Canada. Question 176. Which was the last province to join Canada? A. Prince Edward Island. B. Manitoba. C. Newfoundland. D. Yukon. The correct answer is C. Newfoundland. In 1949, the last province to join Canada was Newfoundland, and Labrador-Nunavut became the largest and newest federal territory of Canada in 1999. Question 177. Who are the Aboriginal peoples in Canada? A. The first settlers of Newfoundland. B. The first European settlers to arrive in Canada. C. The descendants of the first Australian immigrants to Canada. D. The first inhabitants of Canada. The correct answer is D. The first inhabitants of Canada, Indigenous peoples, is a collective name for the original peoples of North America and their descendants. Sometimes the term Aboriginal peoples is also used. The Canadian Constitution recognizes three groups of Indigenous peoples: Indians, more commonly referred to as First Nations, Inuit, and Métis.